Welcome to another Dasher Cam reviews video. Over here we've got the Buture Better Butter car jump starter. The Buture, you guys go ahead and pronounce that however you're going to pronounce it, but we've got the better car jump starter here. And yeah, it's pretty chilly outside today, so we are going to use this to pump up the tires. It will also jump start the car. I don't really have too much of a use for the jump starter in the car, but I figured it would be a nice thing to have with me. It will also be a power bank, and it will be a flashlight. So let's go ahead and open it up so that you guys can take a look at it with me. Okay, cool. So it comes in a nice case. Let's get it out of the box here as best we can. Oops, sorry about that. Making all kinds of noise here. It's unzipped. All right, so it comes with all of your cable connectors. And here is the unit. It is honestly pretty light. I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to see if I can insert the specs here of how much it weighs, but it really does not weigh very much at all. Like, I'm right-handed. My left hand has been hurting a lot lately, so the fact that I can do this with ease is pretty impressive. Looks like we've got a USB-C charging port, I would guess, and then two USB-A out. Unfortunately, it looks like only the USB-As are the output. The USB-C is the input. Did it come with a USB-C? It sure did. So here is the USB-C cable that it came with. Pretty standard USB-A to USB-C. All right, so after taking a quick moment to consult the user manual, I was able to find that this button here should turn on the light. Without the unit being completely on, I pressed and held the light, and then voila, geez, it is pretty darn bright. I mean, if my hazards weren't enough, or if I needed some light for some reason, like, I mean, just look at how bright it is. Like, it's pretty bright in here, don't get me wrong, but man, this is nice. All right, let's get out to the car and let's go ahead and pump these tires up. Guys, it is the next morning, still a little bit dark out, but it's time for us to go ahead and fill up these dirty rims and tires. Oh, no, but there it is. I see it. It's in there. I can get it. It's time for us to fill these guys up with some air. So I'll just secure this on here, almost one-handed. There we go. And go ahead. All right, now, as per Tesla recommendation, we're going to go up to 42. And let's go to 43, just to be on the safe side. Gonna give it a second to think about the life. There it goes. So that was all 4 tires. It was hovering between this halfway battery mark, and it went down to the last battery mark. Started with 3 battery marks. I did not charge it before I started doing anything, but now we've got all of the tires pumped up and ready to go. I assume that this would be what most of you guys would be using this for. Hopefully you wouldn't ever have to use it for the 12-volt battery, but in case you do, I assume that the 12-volt battery piece and component would work just as well. If I have a shot of somebody using it, I will definitely throw it in here. But if not, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this. No, this is not a sponsored video, but this was just the brand that I went with, and yeah. So, you know, I think that probably the most controversial piece is that there are only USB-A outputs and not USB-C outputs. Probably the biggest mistake that Buture made. So, quick update here. We are in the car. The left side is at 41 PSI. The right side is at 42 PSI. So I'm not 100% sure if that is a result of the Buture, not necessarily having been calibrated or what have you, but this is the state of the tires being pumped up, so you can see that they were indeed pumped up. And yeah, we're gonna go to work, and I'll try and get a quick picture of it so that you guys can see whether or not this changed at all in our adventure. But I'm glad that I selected 43 PSI instead of 42, so that hopefully, it will maintain. I've noticed this back left, the driver back tire pressure sensor has always been a little bit weird. It's been lower than the other one, so hopefully they'll even out. I will let you know whenever we get to work. All right, team, we have made it to work. It's been about a half an hour since I saw you last. As I've been saying, that driver back tire always seems to be a little bit lower than the rest of them. So, but the front driver tire went up to 42 PSI. That is good to go. So anyways, that is the review of the Buture car jumper and air compressor thing. I think it was like $100-ish. And as far as peace of mind goes, as long as the 12-volt battery car jump starter works as intended, hopefully I won't really run into any issues with my Tesla. So, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts. If you guys have a different one, let me know which one you guys have and how you like it. I would be interested to compare and contrast maybe at some point in time, and, maybe pass this along to another friend, especially if there's somebody that has USB-C. I think that that's really the biggest failure here on the bigger, better Buture. It should definitely have USB-C out. If it has USB-C in, it should have USB-C out. As far as I could tell, and I mean, I could be wrong, but as far as I could tell, you could not do USB-C out. It was only a USB-C input. Alright guys, thanks again for tuning in. I hope that you enjoyed this shorter form video. I'll see you on the next one. Later.